What if Warframes are not weapons but tombs? The Unum, a silent tower above Cetus, holds a consciousness that outlives empires. Warframe's technocyte survivors, not machine set, show a code older than fallen kings. Abyss Orokin holds buried, the last outlives tower empires breathes. What stirs within? The last tower hums with the frost of buried ages. A Tenno's gloved hand hovers over a Warframe's bioluminescent pulse organics, entombed in steel. The air tastes of ozone and something older, something that predates Orokin triumph. The Unums whisper threads through circuitry, a static that curdles blood. Warframes are not weapons but survivors' technocyte husks, hearts still flickering. The void remembers you. The Orokin did not forge this horror. They lanced it, stitched its howl into code. Now the Tenno wield the scalpel. Now the prison bleeds. What if the tower's breath is not life but rot? What if every frame you pilot is a tomb and every victory a shackle? The void does not see you. That is you. The Orokin reached for eternity. Ballast blades sundered their throne. Margulis' final act sealed their sky. Zariman 10-0 vanished at its void-born hull, whispering secrets no engine could translate. From these ashes rose the Warframe Project, not a weapon but a cipher. The first frames moved like tombs, their cores pulsed with a silence older than the sentient war. Who or asterisk what asterisk did the Orokin bind within those chrome ribs? The archives call it Unum, a name, not a title. The Zariman's lost logs hint at a presence aboard a thing that predated the ship, the void, the Empire's first war. Did the Orokin cage a god or awaken one? The Warframes breathe. The Warframes asterisk wait asterisk. What if the Unum is no prisoner but a patron? The void does not see you, it is you. The Unum watches from Cetus, not as a tower but a wound. Its memory of the sentient war is not an Orokin archivate, is a scar. Warframes pulse with technocyte rivers. The Unum hums with the same silent rhythm. Both are not machines, both are not wholly dead. What if the void does not consume? What if it seeds? The Warframes wait in stasis, their biology a fossil of something older than the Orokin. The Unum too holds a breath it should not need to take. Orokin architects built a prison. But they did not build what now resides there. The sentient war began with a name. The Unum remembers it. Warframes remember it in their marrow. A war not fought with weapons but with wills. A war the Orokin inherited, not initiated. The void does not give warnings, it gives echoes. The Unum's whispers are not its own. They are the last gasp of a thing that should have been erased. Warframes are survivors, the Unum is a survivor. Their shared code is no accident, it is a remnant. A shard of something vast, split and buried. The Orokin thought they entombed a monster, they entombed a mirror. Above Cetus the Unum waits. Below, Warframes dream in technocyte blood. The void does not reach for you. It never needed to. You are the reach, you are the echo, you are the remnant. The synthesis log flickers, static bleeds into a voice fractured, urgent. A child's hand grips a rail, knuckles pale, the chamber hums. Cold air bites the skin, the voice whispers, asterisk the frame is not the self, asterisk flicker. A second later the same voice laughs, warmth floods the room, the child's eyes widen. Sensory contradiction, frost on the glass, sweat on the brow. The log ends, a codex fragment surfaces. Ink bleeds into a diagram, a Warframe's spine, not latticework but a tangled root system. The page smells of ozone, old metal. A touch sends a pulse through the table. Asterisk sentience asterisk, not schematics, the air thickens. A muffled heartbeat thrumzinks with the reader's pulse. A child in a lab coat stares at a Warframe prototype. The machine's chest rises, its eyes flicker. Asterisk not machine, asterisk the child's breath falters, the Warframe's fingers flex. A whisper in the child's mind, asterisk you are the echo. Asterisk the lab's lights dim, a warning siren wails. The child clutches their chest, their own heart echoes the Warframe's rhythm. Am I the jailer or the jailing? The question hangs, the Warframe's breath grows heavy. The child's breath grows heavy, two beings, one cage, the codex page smolders. The synthesis log's voice returns, clearer now, asterisk you are the key, you are the lock, asterisk the Unum's secret lingers. Not an Orokin, not a weapon, a presence older than names, older than stars, Warframes, not prisons. Not vessels, asterisk extensions. Asterisk the child's hand meets the warframes, their shadows merge, one light, two hearts. One question, if the frame is alive, who gave it breath? Cold steel hums beneath trembling fingers. A flickering security light in a Hulvania lab casts jagged shadows over blueprints labeled asterisk project indifference asterisk. The air reeks of ozone and melting circuitry. In 1993, the entity resurfaced not as a ghost, but as a asterisk correction asterisk. Walls warped, voices staticed. A researcher's journal entry bleeds ink, asterisk it does not breathe, it does not sleep. It remembers, asterisk the void remembers you but does not see you. A child's hand, small and scarred, grips a Warframe's gauntlet. The fusion of flesh and machine thrums with a heartbeat that isn't quite human. Somewhere a vault door in Zariman 10 groans open, its seals cracked by a force older than the Orokin. Dust motes swirl in a beam of light, revealing carvings no chisel could make. The same symbols scar the Unum's spine. In the 1990s, engineers documented a silence so absolute it asterisk 8 asterisk sound. Their cameras captured nothing but a void within a void. One scientist screamed, asterisk it's not a weapon, it's a asterisk prison asterisk before his face dissolved into static. The Warframe Project wasn't about creating soldiers. It was about asterisk answering asterisk a presence that had been waiting. The Unum's ice those hollow, Orokin-crafted orbs do not reflect. They asterisk absorb asterisk. A whisper lingers in the marrow of every frame, asterisk you are the echo. You are the answer, asterisk the void does not fight, it asterisk remembers asterisk, and in its memory the warframes are not tools. They are asterisk keys asterisk, the light in the lab dies, only the Unum's pulse remains. The lab's lights stutter, casting jagged shadows that claw at the Unum's perfect geometry. A metallic tang thickens the air oxygen scavenged by something hungrier. Bala's voice cracks through calm static, asterisk containment's failing. Shut it down, asterisk but Margulies, her gauntlet trembling, presses a final command. The Unum's pulse swells, not a hum but a asterisk dirge asterisk. Bala's betrayal was a blade, but the Unum's presence was the rot in the Orokin's marrow. They carved halls to bind it, mistaking ancient glyphs for blueprints. When Margulies fell, her blood mingled with their own, a lock-picked cage. Cold seeps into the bones of Cetus. The tower's light dims, but its memory glows off a war not fought with weapons, but with asterisk keys asterisk. A truth festers, the Orokin did not build the Unum, they buried it, and in its silence it learned to asterisk become asterisk. The Orokin did not forge the Unum, they bound it. A prison of flesh and code, the warframes were not weapons but vaults. Each technocyte survivor, a shackle, the Tenno, unwitting wardens. The Orokin's empire was no triumph, it was a tomb, its spires carved with whispers of dread. What did they fear? A force that did not consume but asterisk unmade asterisk. The Unum did not conjure it asterisk erased asterisk. A shadow that learned to wear a face. The void does not remember you, it asterisk remembers through you asterisk. And yet you do not see it, you see your own reflection in its abyss. The Orokin buried their guilt in gears, their panic in power. They called it a weapon, it was a wound. A scar they could not heal. The Warframe Project was no creation, it was containment. A last breath held too long. The Tenno's keys were never meant to open, only to keep the door sealed. The Empire's fall was the Unum's first breath, a silence given voice. It did not escape, it was never caged. It asterisk became asterisk, and still the void does not see you, it only remembers. The man in the wall is no phantom, he is a fracture. A mirror of the Tenno, yet ask what shatters when the glass holds a face not its own. The lotus seals chosen minds in stone, but for what ends? Not preservation, containment. A vault for a key that never slept. The sentient war rages, warframes think, the void asterisk remembers asterisk, these are not accidents. They are afterimages, the project did not fail, it echoed. Every warframe's pulse is a heartbeat of what the Orokin buried. Every Tenno's awakening is a scream from the crypt, the void does not hunger, it asterisk listens asterisk, and the Unum. It was never caged, it was never meant to be. The Warframe Project was not a creation, it was a confession. A monument to what cannot be held, The Orokin did not imprison the void, they carved a sanctuary from its breath. And in that sanctuary the Unum walked, not as prisoner, as architect, as shadow. The lotus dreamed for centuries. What if her slumber was not to protect the Tenno, but to keep them small asterisk? To keep them ignorant of the face in the wall, the face that is yours. The face that has always been there, waiting, becoming. What did the Orokin really fear? Not the void. The thing it made. The second dream whispers Tenno are not machines. Children wear them like armor. If the Warframe Project was a cage, what did it trap? The Unum, not Orokin, a thing older than their greed. The keys to this prison are vanishing. What wakes when the locks rust? The void remembers you. But does it see the Tenno or the child behind the visor? What if the Warframes are not weapons? What if they are wounds? The Orokin did not fear the void, they feared what they carved from it. And now it stirs. The second dream whispers, Tenno are not machines, children wear them like armor. If the Warframe Project was a cage, what did it trap? The Unum, not Orokin, a thing older than their greed. The keys to this prison are vanishing. What wakes when the locks rust? The void remembers you. But does it see the Tenno or the child behind the visor? What if the Warframes are not weapons? What if they are